The most effective form of control makes you believe you're the one who is broken. It's a quiet, methodical process designed to make you doubt the floor beneath your feet. By the end of this, you'll understand the specific blueprint they use to dismantle your sense of reality, piece by piece. And the most unsettling part is that these tactics work because they exploit the best parts of your nature, your empathy, your desire for harmony, and your willingness to give someone the benefit of the doubt. This is a field guide to recognizing a psychological architecture you may already be living inside. It always begins with a perfect memory. A memory so vivid and powerful, it becomes an anchor point for the entire relationship. You feel seen in a way you never have before. They mirror your hopes, your insecurities, your language. They finish your sentences. The connection feels immediate, almost supernatural. This initial phase is a period of intense data collection. They are studying you. Every story you share about a past hurt is filed away. Every vulnerability you reveal becomes a blueprint for your future dismantling. They are building a perfect, idealized version of you, for you, and they present it to you as a gift. This creates a powerful cognitive benchmark, a perfect version of the relationship that feels real because you lived it. This anchor point is the most important tool they have. Everything that comes later will be measured against it. When their behavior inevitably shifts, your mind will scramble to get back to that initial feeling. You'll start to believe the problem is you. What did I do to change things? How can I fix this and get back to how it was? The perfect memory becomes a cage. A beautiful, sunlit cage you desperately want to return to, even as the walls start closing in. It's the reference point for all future manipulation. But this perfect memory is designed to be corrupted. The first sign is usually small. A casual comment that leaves you feeling confused. A story that changes slightly with each telling. This is the first test of your reality. And when you question it, you encounter the second, more direct tactic. This is the reality veto. You bring up something they said or did, a clear memory in your mind, and the response is a flat denial. That never happened. You're remembering it wrong. You must have dreamt that. It's delivered with such calm conviction that you begin to question your own mind. It's a direct assault on your perception. The goal is to create a state of chronic self-doubt. If your memory is unreliable, if your feelings are an overreaction, then you can't trust yourself. You have to rely on their interpretation of events. They become the narrator of your life. This isn't a simple disagreement, it's a strategic campaign to erode your trust in your own senses. Imagine filming an event on your phone. You have the video, you watch it back, and the person standing next to you looks you in the eye and tells you the video is lying, that your phone is defective, that what you see with your own eyes is an illusion. After this happens enough times, with enough intensity, a part of your brain begins to wonder, maybe the phone is broken. Maybe I am misinterpreting it. This slow, methodical process makes you an accomplice in your own confusion. You start policing your own thoughts, filtering your own perceptions through their lens. You start to think, maybe I am too sensitive, or maybe I did misunderstand. Once your trust in your own perception is cracked, they have an open door to your psyche. What they introduce next is designed to keep you permanently on the defensive. They begin accusing you of the exact behaviors they are guilty of. This is projection, but used as a weapon. If they are being secretive with their phone, they will suddenly accuse you of hiding something. If they are entertaining other people, they will accuse you of being a flirt. It's a brilliant and dizzying maneuver. It acts as a smokescreen, diverting attention from their actions, and it puts you in the impossible position of defending yourself against a phantom charge. Your mental energy is now consumed with proving your innocence. You're searching through your text to show you've done nothing wrong. You're retracing your steps to account for your time. While you are occupied with this defense, the actual transgression goes completely unexamined. This keeps you in a constant state of anxiety, always one accusation away from a major fight. You start to become more cautious, more withdrawn. You walk on eggshells to avoid triggering another baseless accusation. The irony is, this reactive behavior can then be used as proof that you are hiding something after all. See how defensive you're getting? You must be guilty. It's a perfect, self-sealing loop of logic from which there is no escape. It's designed to exhaust you, and once you're sufficiently exhausted and isolated by the constant need to defend your own character, they introduce a new player to the game. A third point in the triangle. This is triangulation. Suddenly there's a new person in the dynamic, an ex they're still best friends with, a new colleague who just gets them in a way you don't, a family member who always takes their side. This person or people are used to create artificial competition and jealousy. They become a constant implicit comparison. They'll praise the third person for qualities they say you lack. They'll share inside jokes you're not privy to. They'll discuss your relationship problems with this person, creating an inappropriate alliance that excludes you. You are now performing for their approval, competing against a ghost. This breeds a profound sense of insecurity and paranoia. Are they talking about me? What did they say? You feel replaceable. The goal of triangulation is to destabilize you and sever your support network. It makes you feel like you have no one to turn to, because they've positioned this other person as their primary confidant. Any attempt on your part to express discomfort with this arrangement is framed as you being controlling or jealous. You're the one with the problem. This isolates you further, making you more dependent on the narcissist for any sense of validation. Once you're isolated and desperate to solve the problems in the relationship, you'll try to communicate. You'll try to have a calm, rational discussion. And that is when you will walk directly into their most sophisticated linguistic trap. You enter a conversation wanting to resolve a specific issue. You leave 2 hours later, confused, exhausted, and apologizing for something you didn't do. This is the experience of word salad. It's a chaotic circular argument designed to prevent resolution. Your original point will be completely ignored. Instead, they will deflect, pivot, and project. They will dissect your tone of voice. They will bring up a mistake you made 7 years ago. They will accuse you of having the exact intention they harbor. They use abstract language, psychobabble, and circular reasoning to drown you in meaningless words. The topic shifts so many times you can't even remember what you wanted to talk about in the first place. The purpose is to make communication itself punishing. It conditions you to stop trying. You learn through painful repetition that bringing up an issue will only lead to a frustrating multi-hour ordeal that leaves you feeling worse than when you started. Silence becomes a survival mechanism. You stop voicing your needs. You stop pointing out inconsistencies. You let things go because the cost of confrontation is too high. They have effectively trained you to accept the unacceptable by making the alternative, a simple conversation, completely unbearable. This learned helplessness, this resignation, is the perfect state for them to implement their most powerful tool of control, the one that makes you addicted to the cycle of your own pain. After a period of intense fighting, silent treatment, or devaluation, they will suddenly switch back. For a day or a week, they become the person you first met, the charming, attentive, loving person from that perfect memory. They apologize, maybe even shed a tear. They plan a perfect date. They give you a glimpse of the ideal you've been craving. This is intermittent reinforcement. It's the same psychological principle that makes slot machines so addictive. An unpredictable reward is far more powerful in shaping behavior than a consistent one. If the machine paid out every time, you'd get bored. If it never paid out, you'd walk away. But the possibility that the next pull will be the jackpot keeps you there, feeding coins into the machine. That brief return of the good person is the jackpot. It floods your brain with relief and hope. It creates a powerful craving. You start to live for these moments of peace enduring the escalating periods of abuse in between. This cycle is what creates a trauma bond. You become bonded to the very person who is the source of your distress because they are also the sole provider of your relief. The abuser becomes the only one who can soothe the anxiety they themselves create. It makes you an active participant in the cycle, always hoping that this time the good version will stay. But these glimmers of hope serve a darker purpose. They are just the anesthetic required to perform the final, deepest surgery. This is the endgame of all the other tactics combined. It's the slow, systematic erosion of your identity. After months or years of being gaslit, projected upon, triangulated, and put through the hot and cold cycle, you begin to lose your sense of self. Your own opinions feel faint, replaced by their much louder ones. Your hobbies and interests fall away because they were either criticized or took too much energy to maintain. You stop seeing friends who they subtly disapproved of. Your internal monologue starts to sound like their voice, criticizing your every move. You've been trained to anticipate their needs, to see the world through their eyes, to view yourself as they view you. You second-guess every decision, unsure if a choice is truly yours or if it's one conditioned into you to keep the peace. You feel hollowed out, a shell. The constant state of being off balance is the goal. A person who is anxious, confused, and disconnected from their own instincts is easy to control. A person who no longer trusts their own reality will accept the one being offered to them. The erosion of your selfhood is the ultimate victory. They have successfully deconstructed you and rebuilt you in their image as a reliable source of whatever it is they need: admiration, attention, or simply a place to dump their own internal chaos. You've become an extension of them. The entire system, from the perfect first memory to the final hollowing out, is designed for one purpose. It is to externalize their internal world. They need to create a reality around them that reflects their own grandiose and fragile self-image, and they need you to live in it and validate it. They need to be the sole arbiter of what is real, what is right, and who you are. The confusion you feel isn't a byproduct of a difficult personality, it is the product itself. Recovery, then, is the quiet, radical act of reclaiming your own perception. It's learning to trust the memory of what you saw, what you heard, and what you felt, even when the person you loved most in the world told you it was all in your head. It's the process of becoming the only narrator of your own story once again.